mega fish stocks of supreme quality, unique treasures of shapes and colors one can barely imagine, some of which are well known and others yet to be discovered and brought to surface. A perfectly balanced ecosystem has made our northern waters an exceptional source of food for humans, a basis of existence for coastal communities today and in the past, a foundation for good health and prosperity, a major source of income for the whole nation, an attraction to visitors from all over the world. Harvesting the ocean is what we do and what we have always done. And by implementing new green technology, we are increasing the harvest, intending to provide even more first-class seafood to the whole world in the future. As 80% of the ocean remains unexplored, possibilities seem endless. And with a sustainable approach, we can prevent the source from drying out. Innovation and new technology. It will take the brightest minds and some hard work to secure a sustainable and profitable exploitation of our common marine resources. But it is not an undoable task. The future of the ocean is in our hands.
Good morning and welcome, a very warm welcome to this Students' Day at Nordfishing. Today is a very special day for us organizing this, and I wish to welcome specifically all those candidates that have been working hard this week on the student camp, and also the jury, the members of the jury, and the mentors who have worked already hard. But I shouldn't believe all you students that also chose to be here with us today, despite the rain and despite the many opportunities that exist and we compete with in these first weeks of the semester. So, my name is Alexander Nates. I am a project manager at NTNU and leading the Bridgehead Aquaculture or Broerhoede Havbruk project. We organize this day together with the Nordfishing Foundation and with the NC Aquatech Cluster. So we have a shared mission, and this is really to inspire you, to motivate you, and also to introduce you to a sector that maybe not all of you know so very well, but that is still very important for us here in Norway, and yet also across the world. We open this exhibition to students specifically on this day. And this is because we want to give you a chance to explore the many opportunities, not only those who already have chosen a pathway to aquaculture or fisheries, but many of you who study quite different things, but could be interested in a career into this very exciting sector. So, and it's not only in Norway, but yet also across the world, which you will also could explore in the exhibition here today. So it is an opportunity here to learn, to get inspired by an innovative industry, and also a chance to meet new people and make connections. Maybe that could shape your career or the future. Because our goal is very simple. It is, in fact, to connect the industry, the academia, and the students together. It's not happening all the time, but we need those events as today in order to make these connections and to build trust across these different stakeholder groups. It's the place also to build trust and understanding, but also to spark inspiration among you and maybe to open the doors of the many opportunities that are here. So, but not only it's for the gain for you, also for the industry, of course, because they are really depending on your brave minds and wise and wisdom and expertise in order to shape the future of this industry. So it's a win-win situation, we believe. Today, it's all about meeting people, getting inspired, as I said. So we will have now this opening session, which I hope you will enjoy, and then afterwards it's out to explore the world to say within the confinements of Trondheim Spectrum and also Skansen. You can just walk around and watch, but I would advise you to talk to people and to really make sure that they also understand what you are inspired of. So we have a full breadth of the industry here today. We have very innovative companies, but we have also research companies, we have universities, we have startups, a multitude of stakeholders that show their innovative solutions to you today. So it's a chance to explore and to really make connections today. I just want to say a few words, practical words. I hope everybody has downloaded the app. It's the Nordfishing app that you get when you subscribe to the exhibition. So it looks like this. And then you can see here where you see the exhibitors. And here you have to use the filter, the exhibitors, and a filter student-friendly. It will help you to select all those booths out there that have specifically said that they want to meet students. You can, of course, also select other booths, but these are specifically interested to talk to you today. So please use this functionality to help you guide your way through the exhibition. You can also find the program for the rest of the day on the app. There's a lot of things going on, so please use it and go where your main interests are. So this is all as an introduction. Now I want to go really to our inspirational guest today. Very happy that we have with us here Oda Høiland. And your middle name. You're a commercial director at BioMar, but also a board member at Nofitec, a very inspirational company as well. So Oda holds a master degree in ocean resources at NTNU, but she has also spent a decade really to build up a career across biology, leadership and commercial development. So very interesting to hear about her experiences and her wise advice to you as well. So Oda, floor is yours.
Thank you, Alexandra, and it's so nice to see you all here today. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a bit older than in this picture. This is 11 years ago. It was in a tent, right back where we are now. It was on the opening of Aquanor in 2015. I was there as a student, and I was challenged to bring our perspectives and to challenge the industry on how they could be even more attractive to the younger generation. I believe this was the first year in Nordfishing and Aquanor history where the Student Day was being held. So I'm so happy to be back here at the actual Students' Day in Nordfishing. So we all have a lot of keywords associated with ourselves, a lot of labels. These are some of mine. Jeg er trønder, which means I'm from here. I was born and raised in Trondheim, and I sincerely apologize to all of you for the horrible weather that we have provided you with at your beginning of term. And don't quit, it's almost always better than this, so stick out. I have been here for 36 years on this globe. I'm a mother to a son, he's 13, and he just outgrew me in height this summer. I'm a marine biologist by education. I'm a swimming referee, I just started learning Japanese, the list goes on. But here on this stage, I am the commercial director of BioMar, which is one of the biggest global feed-producing companies for the aquaculture industry. I'm a board member of Nufitec, and that is a company producing technology systems, recirculation facilities, that also is provided all over the world. And how did I get to where I am today? I started when I was a student, and even before that, working with retail and sales. I was a flight attendant, and now I'm a seafood leader. That road might not seem very straightforward. How did you get from one to the other? But when I was, a picture from my master's degree, when I was where you are, I had started to find my path was to go into seafood and specifically into aquaculture. So I have a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in marine coastal development, going much more into the ocean. So by then, my path was a bit more straightforward, so to speak. And I started my first steps in the industry in a company called Seafeed, a small startup coming out from NTNU and SINTEF, and in Mowi, one of the biggest salmon producer in the world today. But for the last decade, I have been in BioMar in different roles, mostly working with the market, customers, and bringing my technical background from marine biology into where it actually happens, where they are feeding the fish. The past 4 years, I've been commercial director, so I have been grasping opportunities within our company, seeing what can be done, saying yes to things I did not feel ready for. And of course, I could have chosen to go out of the company. A lot of opportunities. You always hear it will be better if you switch jobs all the time. For me, my path was to be where I am, and I still love it today. Your path can be very different, though. It may seem easy to come into this industry if you were born in or near a fish tank, or if you were raised on a boat. I was not. And when I started in BioMar, when they first hired me, one of the things that stood out was my background from outside the industry. They were curious. What can I bring from serving charter tourists closed in a tin box up in the air? What perspectives would I have that would be different from others? So that sparked the curiosity in BioMar to see if I could be interesting for them. And I think a decade later that I still am. Networking for me has been important. It has brought me other opportunities. For example, the chance to become a board member in Nufitec, which for me was new, also scary, but something I say yes to and learn from every day. So I work here. In 1 year, in BioMar, only in Norway, we produce the same amount of feed as the total consumption of chocolate in Norway in 11 years. So it is quite huge. That's only in Norway, and we are one of 4. It's huge, but it is also local, small villages, small communities. It's amazingly beautiful, and it's also very rough. It's a truly global industry. It's profitable, it invests in innovation, it stands on its own 2 feet. It's sustainable, it's food production. And even though its sheer size, it is sort of a small and tight-knit industry. And in this sector, I have met some of the best people I know. And whatever you study, there is a place for you in this industry. Alexandra mentioned, it's not only coming from biology or fisheries, but we need people in all disciplines. It's engineers, it's developers, it's data scientists, lawyers, controllers, finance people, the entire spectrum. And wherever you look now in the exhibition floor today, I encourage you to ask them not only about their product or their service, but ask the person in front of you, how did you get to where you are today? Who are you? Why are you here? And I think you will see some of the eyes spark a bit because you will see their passion talking about why they're doing what they're doing today. And I was thinking, should I try to give some good advice? I think I'm young, still 36, but to many, I'm perhaps allowed to give some advice. And should I try to do something totally new that you have never heard before? Could be an idea. But I really wanted to give you something I think you've heard before, but I will share my story in it as well. So my first advice, say yes, and then figure it out. Of course, as long as you want to say yes. We're not perfect, but show up curious and try to figure a way out. For me, the reason why I was at Aquanor stage in the opening program 11 years ago, it was not because I was special. It was because I said yes when another student said no. I was not the first choice. Somebody didn't want to be on the stage. I felt nervous. I felt, can I do this? But I leapt for it. And that's the same way I have gotten my 3 first big stage appearances is because someone else said no and I said yes. Cross-train your CV if you can. The best people in the industry, they're not only a biologist or a data scientist, but they're sort of both. If you can bring your core skill together with something else, that might set you apart. And I really encourage those of you interested to look down the road of commercial and sales, because you will be extremely attractive to the people you would like to work with. For me, being a marine biologist, combining that with sales and being a skilled negotiator, that is quite rare. And the biggest cliche of all, I am sorry, but embrace change. Regardless of you going to this industry or any other, the ways of working will be different. There will be things not going your way. There will be a lot of things happening that you never planned for. And in my career so far, my leaders, they applauded when I was young, when I was fresh out of university. They applauded me for changing direction, changing my ways, rather than stopping, backing, moaning when things didn't go as planned. For me, that's the key to why I am in the role I am today. And now when I'm hiring myself, I'm looking for those traits of someone being flexible, wanting to find the new solutions. So I would like to say, Alexandra, I think you asked me before this, what is one thing I wish I would have known back then when I was in your shoes? And really, I think what I would have liked to know then is how much I would come to really love this industry and feel like I'm home in this industry. and I hope to see all of you as future industry colleagues, and that today and the exhibition and the rest of the program will inspire you to join our industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Uda. This was truly inspirational, and I wish I've had someone like you when I was a student, but that's a very long time ago, and then nobody talked about things like that. So it's a new way of thinking, and I know that there was a lot of specific advice, I think, very practical advice that you can all take home from this day today. So thank you again, Uda. Yeah. Okay, so now, in fact, we have come to a very exciting part of this student day. And this is the pitches from the student camp. I know there are some students that are very excited now to present their solutions to you, and really pay good attention, because you will also be asked to give your vote from the public. So we will have now these presentations, but to guide you through those, I would like to introduce Helene Stavland from NC Aquatech Cluster, who has done a fantastic job in organizing the whole preparation for today's event. So please welcome Helene.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. My name is Helena, and I had the honor to be hosting this year's student camp. So Student Camp, it's a competition where we gather students from all over Norway together here at Norfishing together and solving real industry cases together. So this year we have had 17 students from all different universities, and they all have different backgrounds, different fields of study, and they all met for the first time on Monday evening. So they have been working really, really hard solving the cases, and they're going to pitch to us their solution today. And the best pitch is going to win 25,000 Norwegian kroners. Yes, it's a really, really high stakes. It's a big prize. It's going to be really, really exciting. And this year's students, the level is sky high. So I'm really, really excited to see what they have come up with. So the cases they have been working on, the first one is about the new coastal community. How can technology shape the coastal communities of the future? The second case is about the fisher of the future. How can AI change everyday life for the fisher? The third case is about when every fish counts. As quotas shrinks, how can we create more value from a smaller catch? And lastly, together for the ocean. More industries are competing for the same ocean. Can technology help them coexist? So the cases are pretty big. It's going to be really hard, so it's going to be really exciting to see their solutions. And of course, together with the students, we have had some fantastic industry mentors that have been guiding them throughout this week. I think I can see some of the mentors. Can you please stand up? Yeah, they're here today rooting for their students. Please give them a big warm applause. Thank you so much. And of course, we have a jury with us. They're going to evaluate the pitches and going to choose the winner of the 25,000 kroner. They're sitting here today. Please stand up and give them a warm applause as well. And of course, you and the audience are also going to be the jury today. So pay close attention to the pitches, because you will be able to vote for your favorite at the end of the last pitch. So now, the most exciting part, the student pitches. So please give the first group a warm welcome. Please enter the stage. Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you only have 5 minutes to pitch. Are you guys ready? The stage is yours.
Thank you so much for the introduction. The ocean is becoming more crowded. Fisheries, aquaculture, offshore winds, and other industries are increasingly depending on the same waters. And as more actors enter the ocean, coexistence becomes increasingly important. But coexistence requires more than just sharing the same space. It requires a shared understanding of what happens beneath the surface, and that is the idea behind Ocean Pulse.
Every single day, more than 1 million Norwegian crowns is spent mapping Norway's fish stocks. At the same time, thousands of vessels are already out there, running sonar, tracking depths, and recording temperatures. They're sailing through the very waters we are spending millions to understand. Yet when they reach the dock, the data is gone.
So the problem isn't the lack of data. As Ingrid said, the ocean is full of actors collecting data for different purposes, using different standards and quality requirements. And when all these actors meet around the same table to discuss big problems, they don't necessarily see the same picture. And when data can be questioned, the decisions that are based on the data can be questioned as well. Our primary users are therefore the actors making decisions about shared ocean areas, fisheries, aquacultures, offshore winds, and other emerging industries, and the authorities that are trying to balance their different interests. Without a shared foundation, the fragmented data can lead to mistrust, conflict, delays, and unnecessary restrictions.
Most of the modern Norwegian vessels already have technology like sonar, echo sound, temperature sensor, and GPS, which means they have information about the fish location and the environmental condition. That means that every single boat already has a valuable information about the water it travels through. So our idea is to bring all this information together on one single shared platform, where data goes from scattered measurement to live information from the boats who's already out there. Today, fishing boats are reporting their catch data, which is used to set the next year quotas. But their equipment sees far more than just what ends up in their net. And it's not just fishing boats. Modern vessels in other industry carry much of the same equipment. Take Hurtigruten, for example, which sails along the Norwegian coast every day, or service and oil vessels, which travel through waters that are rarely explored. If we can connect all this data together, you get a living pulse of what's actually in the ocean. And then you can get a map that could look like this. Now we have a bigger opportunity than ever before. With artificial intelligence and data storage, there are a real possibility to bringing all this data together in one single platform. Just take a look at how AI helped us yesterday build this mock-up of how our platform can look like in practice.
Ocean Pulse creates a real-time shared picture of the ocean. And for the fishers, this gives them a better insight into fishing stocks and their movement. For new ocean industries, it helps them to better decide where and how to operate. And for authorities, it provides a stronger base for balancing these interests when they're making decisions. When everyone works from the same understanding, we can make better decisions, reduce conflict, and support more sustainable use of the ocean resources. Ocean Pulse is about more than collecting data. It's about creating trust and a shared understanding of what's actually in the ocean. And when everyone trusts the data, the debate can move from is the decision based on the right information to what is the right decision. Because we just don't want to map the ocean, we want to create a shared understanding of what's in it. Our mission is simple, a shared foundation for a shared ocean. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was amazing, right? Wow. Now the next group can get up and get ready to enter the stage. Please give them a warm welcome. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
You know what to do. The stage is yours.
Thank you. So first of all, this is us. Now we want to take you on a trip with us.
Meet Marcus. He runs a 60-foot Finnish boat with a crew of 5 other people. They spend a full week at the sea searching for fish. But they don't find any. In that 1 week, they burn around 30,000 liters of diesel. And that costs regularly 52,000 euros on one trip. And it produces around 80,000 kilos of CO2 emissions. To put that in perspective, that will say 766 passenger flights from Trondheim to Oslo on just 1 week. This is not only about saving money, but about driving the green transition in fishing industry. We need to fish smarter, use less diesel, and reduce the emissions without making fishing less effective. And that's the problem we want to solve.
And that's where Fish Locus enters. We want to provide an AI system that is suitable for all types of USV, unmanned surface vehicles. This AI system will make it possible for the USVs to be self-driven, meaning there's no need for manual operation of them. The AI system will also interpret the data from the USVs like echo sonars, temperature measurements, and live camera footage, and will then sort the information so only the most important information goes back to the fishermen on the boats. It will also provide a fish catching guide, which the AI system takes into consideration the water currents and the swimming direction of the fish, and giving the fisherman a guide to where and how to place the fishing boat, and also when and where to place the catching system in order to be able to catch the fish that the AI system has detected. This AI system is suitable for all types of USVs, since the USVs are already existing. This gives the fishermen great flexibility in order to choose what type of USV suits their needs the best. And this solution will be profitable from day one and will save a lot of money, as Chris presented. So to make it short, Fish Locus will provide an easier and more cost-effective everyday life of fishermen operating coastal fishing boats.
So the rewards using Fish Locus. By using Fish Locus, fishermen will save time, money, and positively impact the environment. Today, fishermen can spend hours and even weeks searching for fish that they don't really know where are. With Fish Locus, the Scout USVs locates the fish and then alerts the main boat and how they should approach. The AI system is collecting data to stay accurate as fish migration patterns change, meaning less time spent on unsuccessful trips and more time spent fishing efficiently with greater catch potential, which can also lead to more time for family and friends. Every hour spent searching for fish costs fuel and reduces profitability. Unsuccessful trips can be extremely expensive. As Chris presented, a single week can cost up to 52,000 euros. By guiding USVs directly to productive fishing sites, Fish Locus reduces wasted fuel and increases the value of every trip. The system can reduce fuel consumption by 15 till 30%. Higher fishing efficiency can also benefit the consumers. When fishermen spend less time and fuel catching the same amount of fish and even more, the cost of harvesting food decreases. Over time, this can contribute to more affordable and stable seafood supply for the consumers. And finally, sustainability. Our oceans are changing. Climate change and seasonal temperature variations are affecting where the fish migrate and how they move. Fish locus is designed for these changing conditions. The system reduces unnecessary trips. Fewer unsuccessful trips means lower fuel consumption and lower CO2 emissions. A single week-long unsuccessful trip can result in 80,000. So in short, less searching, more fishing, higher profits and lower emissions, and more time for what matters most.
Yeah, one last thing here. If you walk around here on Norfishing today, you will see huge robots for using to ocean research. You will see traditional sonars and echo sounder system, but you will not find a simple solution for the ordinary fisherman that can let an autonomous scout to fish area ahead. This is already comes in. We are not selling propels or sounders. That's already here. But we are selling an AI package that we can use on already existing sonars and echo sounder system. We turn ocean data into smarter fishing with using acoustic AI. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now the next group can get ready to enter the stage. Welcome. Okay, guys, are you ready?
Hope so.
Yes, take it away.
Fishing is one of the largest industries we have in Norway, but the life of a fisherman can be both physically demanding and dangerous at times. Last year, this lone fisherman was setting out crab cages when he fell overboard. His vessel, however, continued to drift for over 2 hours before it hit the ground. And it wasn't before the boat crashed that the distress signal was sent out and the rescue operation began. Unfortunately, 4 hours after the fall, the fisherman was found dead. And this is not an isolated case. Since 2000 to 2022, 149 professional fishermen died in Norway whilst on the job. Since 2009, the Norwegian safety authorities have examined over 21 fatal man overboard incidents where 80% of the people who died were lone fishermen who were unable to send out a distress call. In 6 of 7 fatal cage fishing incidents, the fisherman is caught up in the rope of the equipment and wound up in the sea alongside the equipment. And today's safety systems are only activated after the accident has already occurred. But the risk is not only when there's a man overboard. The risk is all the moments leading up to this.
Seaguard wants to solve this with an AI-based safety system that prevents accidents while being on the deck and work. The system consists of 3 parts: a camera and sensors that monitors the working environment, a local AI control unit that's on board, and a bracelet that the fisherman has to wear. So the way it works is the camera, sensor, and the AI can register where the people and equipment are located and how they are moving. Furthermore, Seaguard will then use this information to assess the risk that's on deck. As you can see here on the screen, we see the zones can be classified as either green, yellow, or red, depending on the working operation and the actively used equipment. As you can, for example, see with this winch being a high-risk object. The system is trained to assess the risks between people, movement, equipment, and the working operation.
Seaguard is warning before rescue becomes necessary. It starts with Seaguard identifying a high-risk situation at deck. Thereafter, the fisherman is alerted directly through the vibration on the wristband to be aware of the situation. If the fisherman does not respond by pressing the button within a set time limit because of injury or man overboard, the Seaguard is already connected to existing systems for emergency and help. At the same time, Seaguard can connect or collect data from the deck to make safer routines and deck layouts. Seaguard is already built on today's technology. AI and machine learning can already track multiple objects like people and equipment over time through cameras and sensors to provide this deck data. Signals present today from technology from DIMEC and SINTEF shows that wristband signals can trigger emergency responses. Our innovation is based on combining AI and the data collected from deck. Seaguard assesses and recognizes person, movement, and equipment and operation. Seaguard will warn before a dangerous situation becomes accident. A prototype today can be developed from today's technology.
Seaguard is aimed for solo fishermen. Last year, there were 4,989 registered fishing vessels on the Norwegian coastal field. 3,906 were under 11 meters, and 78% of these fleets consist of lone fishermen. This gives us a clear target group. Our AI can later on be trained on bigger vessel types or other high-risk environments. The value of Seaguard is safety for the fishermen. This is about social sustainability with a clear link to Sustainable Development Goal 8, as well as 3 and 9. Seaguard will provide better basis for health, security, and environment with safer working routines, and we as an industry gain technology that can help create safer workplaces. Seaguard detect the situation before it happens. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now you can please leave the microphones and go off the stage. Thank you. Okay, lastly but not least, we have the final group. Please come to the stage. Okay, the final pitch. Are you guys ready? Almost ready. Okay, the stage is yours.
Fish are moving. Fish stocks are declining. How can we keep up? We are 4Fish, and we are always one step ahead.
This is 4Fish, and I'm proud to introduce a multidisciplinary team with diverse expertise, bringing together different perspectives to challenge the way fishing is done today. We look for the signs, and this is how 4Fish does it.
Finding fish is becoming increasingly difficult. Traditional migration patterns are changing. This forces fishermen worldwide to spend more time, fuel, and resources in search of productive fishing grounds. And with already narrow margins, every unsuccessful trip comes at a significant cost. How can we help these fishermen know where to look?
The fish do not migrate randomly, and the answer to their new routes are swimming in the ocean, literally. 4Fish wants to combine world-class technology with biological and environmental data, such as algal blooms, organic matter, ocean currents, and weather conditions, using both field samples but also environmental data to predict where will the fish population swim the next days.
Recent studies from the Institute of Marine Research, the Norwegian Environment Agency, and more tells us clearly that the fish are looking for more suitable habitats. Areas that have historically been important fishing grounds no longer provide the same optimal conditions. This is due to both human impact and climate change. 4Fish don't just want to find the fish, we want to understand the ecosystem signals that predict where the fish are swimming next. A forecast for fish.
We will fetch data from autonomous underwater vehicles monitoring the sea, ensuring quality data. They will register both biological and environmental indicators. This huge data set will be combined with already existing data from vessels and other monitoring instruments to learn where fishermen can expect to find these good fishing fields. Machine learning is a very useful tool when diving into this vast amount of data. It can find patterns and connections of migration invisible to the naked eye.
To ensure minimal downtime and maximize operational range, we will use subsea docking stations deployed on the seabed. These docking stations will allow our AUVs to autonomously recharge, transmit data, and receive new mission information. This enables our AUVs to continuously work without human intervention, while data is still flowing through a cable to a control station onshore. With this docking system, we move from a periodic ocean survey to a more continuous stream of data, helping our model improve and learn patterns over time.
We want to provide a platform easy to use for fishermen to find where the fish is most likely to be. The AUVs will collect the data, and the further use of AI will give predictions of the locations. Instead of searching with now outdated traditional migration paths, fishermen will now get clear recommendations where to fish. We will provide a service as a yearly subscription that makes it accessible both to smaller and bigger vessels.
So tell me, Anna, what's in it for the fisherman, or me if I would like to invest?
That's a great question, Oliver, and this is also one of the most important parts in new innovative ideas. 4Fish will create value in several ways, but most importantly through efficiency and sustainability. First, efficiency. By providing better predictions of where fish are most likely to be the next days, we can help fishermen reduce unsuccessful trips, lower fuel and operational costs, spend less time at sea, and improve catch quality.
Second is sustainability. By enabling more targeted fishing, 4Fish will help reduce fuel consumption and emissions, while minimizing unnecessary time at sea. At the same time, our system constantly monitors fish populations and environmental change. This provides fishermen with the data that they need to make more informed and sustainable decisions. So you get more from every trip while using fewer resources.
So let the fish keep moving, because with 4Fish, your fleet is always one step ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So the jury is going to have a tough job ahead. Yeah, they're nodding. Yes. So now it's the votes of the audience.
Great. I think we've heard many great ideas, and it will be a very tough time to choose the most, what you would like most. But there's only one choice that's possible. So if you go to this Mentimeter, scan the code, or go to menti.com and use the number that you see there, then you will join our today's Mentimeter. We only have one question for you. And, well, I'll leave it a bit more. We'll see how many. Oh, we are more than 40 people in the room, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should leave it a bit. But, 122 joined. Okay. Well, this is the question for you. which is your favorite. And of course, this will not be automatically the solution that wins the prime part, but it's something that might give the jury some idea of what you might like best. So we give you some time to vote. Only one vote is possible. It's not 12 points and 10 points, but it's only 1 point to what you thought was okay. You thought this might be my selection of the Publix prize. Okay, I think we are coming to a final round. Are we ready to see the Publix decision? Okay, and here it comes. Oh, we have a clear winner.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, come down to the floor. Congratulations. That's really great. Could you see a few words of what you feel right now of being the favorite from the public?
We're very happy, so thank you very much for liking us or our idea.
Yeah, I think past days have been very learningful for us. So I'm very satisfied with my group, and yeah, I think we have done a great job.
Yeah, it's been very fun to push our boundaries and just discuss with ourselves. And the competition was hard, so it's very fun that you guys liked our idea.
Yeah, it's been really fun working with these guys and finding an idea that we really believe in, that we believe that we actually can make, and that means a lot to us when presenting the project. So thank you.
Okay, well, thanks to you. And of course, you still have to live a little bit in suspense, because now the jury will go back and deliberate. And this is only one of the criteria, of course. There's a lot of other criteria. But give a warm applause to the group of the Publix favorites. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So before we will say final goodbye here, at least in this room, and give you the opportunity to visit and explore the exhibition. I just want to say two more things. One, there is a quiz trail at the Research Plaza, the Forskningstorget, that you find in Hall E. There are several universities and research organizations collaborating to give a very nice quiz for you. And there will also be a prize for the winning person that have won the quiz. So come to us, and the quiz will be open until 1:30. And of course, we still live in suspense until after the winning prize of the quiz trail, we will go straight to providing the overall student camp prize. So the ceremony will be at about 2:00 at the same spot on the scene at the Research Plaza. So we invite, of course, the student camp participants, the mentors, the jury, and of course all of you. And then we will know the final results of the student camp 2026. And then finally, I would say this is out where you have to explore. There's also one outside at Skansen, if you are strong enough to go through the rain and go to this place. Then it's a lot of nice boats and infrastructure at sea. But you can go all the way, and remember, please, to use the app. Go to the student-friendly exhibitors. And when you go out of this room now, you will receive, both in this door and that door, you will receive a lunch voucher. So you can go to any food truck that you find of your choice, and then use this voucher, and then you will get a lovely lunch of today. So please make sure to get one of those, and you can also get the form to join the quiz trail at the Research Plaza. If you want to join, you can get it here or otherwise at the site itself. So I think this leaves me nothing else to say. Thank you very much for being here, for having joined this opening session, and I wish you the best of luck. Take into account the wise advice from Uda on how to build network, talk to people, and be yourself. And good luck to this student day. Thank you.